It's Luis Martin, the art engineer, and welcome. I'm back in Brooklyn. I'm back in the studio. Oh, it was such a great time. We were in Vegas, San Francisco. We missed LA, but we're here. Thank you for joining us. And we have a Collage Kit reveal for the July 2022 kit. Some really exciting stuff. So this is basically what you would get if you joined the membership, if you joined to become a art fan member of the Collage Dream community. Every month you get a collage kit with about 20 unique curated ephemera, which I collect from my travels to San Francisco and Los Angeles, not from San Francisco and Las Vegas. So people usually go shopping and buy clothes or souvenirs. I come with a baggage full of books. And then I mail myself some too. So a lot of that goes into the kit, and there's some exciting stuff. So go to collagedream.com now and you can claim one of your spots as a member. We only have about 10 left because there's a finite number of actual kits we can create. Books usually just have about 50 pages. So there's that. And I want everyone to create in community. So when you get this kit, you're not only making a collage, but you're also making it with a bunch of other people in the United States that have similar material. Not the same, but similar. So let's jump in and see what's in it. All right, so this is the kit. Every kit you get has a collage that I make. So this is a really fun space that I've created for myself to share my work. As an artist, I want to share my work. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to do that. I also invite artists to share their work on our cover twice a year so far. It's only been 2, but it's been such a fun experience to share that with other artists. This one in particular is kind of about a journey, right? So we have this collage of this person that I kind of manipulated, turned in black and white, and made it a little bit more graphic, and he's off, right? And there's all these like foliage and the shadow, and there's like metallic. So it's a really dynamic, I love that word, dynamic, $10 word. It's a dynamic collage. The window is open because it's summer, and I'm gonna start sweating in 5 seconds. So I hope you can hear me, let me know. So let's open this. What I advise also, when you get this collage kit, set the mood, create a sacred circle, if you will, in your studio, in your kitchen table, in the closet, in the bathroom, wherever you can get away for a minute and just have a moment to yourself, because this is all about you. And if you're doing this with your kid, if you're doing it with your husband, your partner, even better. Just be sure you make space to spread out and not be afraid to experiment, right? Because the magic is in the juxtaposition. So don't be afraid to put things that don't belong together in really silly ways. Maybe that should be our focus today. Let's try to be silly. Okay, so I open it from the top. And I just love to slide it all out at once, right? Because there's things that just jump out immediately. So you can keep this and put your finished collage in there, or you can keep it to put your scraps. Don't throw anything away, right? Because you can put it away and come back to it in a few weeks, in a few months, and you'll see things totally differently. So behind this image, behind this cover, there's always going to be a prompt, something to get you started, something to inspire you, something to move you, and to remind you that you're part of this community and share your work. So that's there. I also always give you this. I'm always going to give you this. I'm always going to give you a reminder that you are an art star. You are amazing. You need to shine, and this is your opportunity. You can either use this in your collage or just put it in your wall as a reflection of yourself, right? So once we do this, I like to make 2 piles, right? One pile of definitely and one pile for later. So the things that make me really excited, I'm going to put them to the side. So look, right off the bat, there's all of these like little amazing circles with textures, right? So that's fun. Check this out. A card. These are infamous. So this is Florida. I didn't actually get it in Florida, but how fun is that, right? Little dolphin. So I don't know which set I'll use. I definitely want to use this. And of course, every time you get a kit, I always give you these. So I am not a big fan of glue because it warps things, it's uncomfortable, I don't like to get my hands dirty, I know. So these are double stick strips, little squares. They're made by 3M. You can get them at Target, you can get them at Michael's, you can order them. They're fantastic and they're archival, so who cares? Look, this is actually from the cover. This is from the same book that I got, and I thought it was just so beautiful. So this is a really good opportunity to kind of play and imagine what it's like just to be somebody else. Like, where do you think they're going? Do they have a shop? Are they gonna have a party? And these are the giveaways, you know? So have fun imagining these narratives, right? Color block. Oh, I love a color block. Oh, you guys, look at this. So clearly, everything that I put in, I really love, which is why this kit is so special to me. I mean, I can stare at this forever, right? I'm all about sharing the things that move me to move you. So the color, the alien forms, I mean, wow. For some reason, I want to curse this morning. I effing love flowers. So love that. You'll always get flowers. Oh my goodness. All right, so this was a find. It's Bernini, you guys. Okay, gonna have to play with her. Oh my, look at this. Look at this. Oh, so this is Bernini, the Italian sculptor, if I'm not mistaken. So that's nice. Oh, birds. I love birds. You're always gonna get birds. Okay, so this is from a beautiful book that I found. I actually ordered two, one for myself just to like hug. So you know what, actually, after this vacation, all I want to do is have a date with my books. Like, I really just want to sit on the floor with some coffee and go through some books that I've just recently bought or that I've hidden and I want to read. Like, I have so many books next to me. What do I have? Yes, and it's about improv. What else do I have? I'm telling you, I have tons. This could be a whole video, but make room, just like we're doing for collage, for the other things that you like books, right? Anyway, I digress. So this is actually from a book called Mugshots, and it's on people, on criminals from like the 50s, I guess. And it's so interesting to look at their faces and to look at their eyes, because there's so much soul in them, right? And we have to remember, sometimes these people are charged with crimes that maybe are not crimes today, or maybe they're charged with crimes just because they were black or because they were Latino or whatever. So I love people. I love looking at people's faces and reading them, right? So this is beautiful, but I won't deal with that today because that's kind of heavy. This is from the same, look, he almost looks like me actually. What else? Oh my God, this is from Maurice Sendak book. I did the unthinkable and I really wanted to share with you a Maurice Sendak book. He is the guy who created Where the Wild Things Go. And it's so special to me. When I was a kid, I went through a really rough phase where like I was escaping at night. I was 16, going out with older men, whatever. But my dad got me that book and rewrote the boy's name, put my name, and he dedicated to me. I thought, wow, what a thoughtful thing to do. So he was really cool, my dad. And so now I have that connection to this book and this artist, Maurice Sendak, who was also a gay man who never felt comfortable coming out. And in many ways, his art is very queer. So check him out. He's in your kit. And this is just so beautiful. So he does these little drawings. He makes me want to draw. Okay, keeping him. And this is more of his art. He does a lot of that cross-hatching in his drawings. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. A knee. Does anybody need a knee? So this is from an anatomy book for drawing. These are just beautiful sketches. And I mean, how creative can you get with this, right? Look, it almost looks like an elephant, looks like a finger. So get creative with that. Here's another one. Oh, this one's stunning. Look at that. So this is another book that I ordered for myself as well. These are African designs, from tribal designs. Now here's the thing, you guys. When we are looking at images of African texture, Aztec texture, if you're not part of that culture, it does not mean you can't be inspired by it, right? I don't encourage you to appropriate it, because that's a huge thing, and we all know that that's why we're in the mess that we're in. But if something's calling your name, ask why. Dive into it. Like, look at this beautiful image. Perhaps I won't collage it completely. Perhaps I won't copy it completely. But I'm gonna ask myself, why do I like this? Do I like this because it reminds me of a truck? Do I like it because it's menacing? And what can I add to it, or what can I take from it, right? So also I want you to realize that when it comes to a lot of these tribal images, they are actually more connected to each other than they're not. So this almost looks Celtic, this almost looks Aztec, right? So there's a huge connection there. We're much more connected than we give ourselves credit for. So think about that. So when you take something African, per se, like this, well, connect it to your life. How can you make it more about you? Or just be inspired by it, right? Like, I have some that I took from the book and put on my wall because I just want to be around it. I love it, right? So this is beautiful. And I think I'll take this for inspiration. So in your kit, you also get this substrate. It's just a board, but it's the perfect place to start playing with collage and just start building your collage. So, gee, where do I start? I don't even know where to start anymore, you guys. Okay, so this lady, she's cool. Let's do something with her. All right, how are you? So like I said, I was on the most amazing trip to Las Vegas and San Francisco. And if you haven't heard, there was all this magic happening. We stayed in Airbnb, just three from our art fam, Denise Chang, who's one of our favorite artists. And we were live, and I was like, hey, we're here, come over. And she's like, oh, I live 3 doors down. I knew she lived in Las Vegas, but I didn't know she lived there. So that was really beautiful, because like attracts like, you know? So don't ever be afraid, there's always good people around. Just lean into it sometimes. Okay, so I cut her face out, and of course, I love a tear. So I just took my, oh, look at that, already. She's this beautiful thing, right? And I love color block, you guys. I love color. So a color block is basically just a piece of paper that's colored. So look at this. What if I just use this as a border? Ooh, oh my gosh. So sometimes, I say that a lot, sometimes. Well, sometimes you don't need a lot, right? So for my collage kits, you can probably make one huge collage, or you can make 4 collages with few things. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Like, look at that. That's just so effective. Why does it work? Because it gives each element in the collage its space, right? So I'm gonna use my strips. Now, like I said, these are just beautiful because they don't make a mess. You don't have to worry about, is it wrinkled, is it not? And you know, my take on commitment. Commit as soon as you can. Don't think about it too much, because then you get stuck on you know, moving things around. No, I like to advise people to commit as you go and follow your gut, you know? If it feels like, yeah, this feels right. And if it's a mistake at the end, it's just paper. So don't worry about it. And again, if you like any of this, like if you love like the image of the Maurice Sendak you get, well then go to Kinko's and make copies, right? Okay, and then I want her to use this. Ooh, what if I use this? Queen. That's kind of cool. Because it's just paper. So you can go to Kinko's and get yourself multiples, right, of the things that you like. So adding this kind of starts, oh look, so this is what I mean by inspiration, right? Perhaps this is inspiring me, but I don't use it. But look how the placement of the clover and the hue perhaps can inform what I'm doing today. Check that out. See how it coincides? So that's cool. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's go with that. I always make a mess. I lose my blade, I lose my strips. And that's kind of what makes this all fun. Okay. But before I do that, let's play with this. Look at all this beautiful color, you guys. What if I add some of this? Just for fun. So where do you want to go this summer? Do you even want to go anywhere? Let me tell you. It was a little hectic traveling, but it was all worth it. Like I said, I got to see friends, I got to see family. Ooh, I like this so much better with the black because it becomes more of a contrast, right? I also saw Matt and Cassie. Oh my God, they were in Las Vegas too, but they came specifically for the workshop. Cassie did some amazing collages. Matt was jealous. If you're watching this for the first time, you're like, who's Denise? Who's Matt? Some art stars in the community. You'll meet them. Join us. So that was nice. I can't wait to meet more of the art fam. I hope to travel more as well. Or come over to Casa Collage in New York. Okay. Love this. Do I need birds? What do I need? Oh, she's so pretty. Oh. Okay, maybe it's time to do something experimental here. Let's get inspired by this. So I'm gonna put this to the side. And I have this black area that's nice and flat, right? So what if I try to draw one of these images? This is the simplest one, I think. And maybe that one can look like hair. So you can draw it in the back, perhaps, or you can just freehand it. I'm gonna freehand it because I don't have the patience to draw on the back. And this becomes a drawing exercise, right? Now, anytime you want to do something like this, just be sure you have a sharp blade, because that will get you where you want to go. Check that out. Okay, good. So maybe I'll make one more or two more. We'll see where it takes us. Now, these can be tricky because you're trying to nestle them in, and if you're not precise, so don't worry if it doesn't work, just play. So is it hot where you're at? I always think of somewhere like hot, but I was in San Francisco and it was so cold and I couldn't shut up about it. I was like, it's so cold. Like, deal with it. But can I tell you, I love San Francisco. I live in New York and people think like, oh, New York, it's cool. But San Francisco is on it, man. Like, it's just so alive and so politically activated. There's bookstores, maybe that's why. There's bookstores everywhere. In New York, it's too expensive to have a bookstore, so nobody has a bookstore. I loved it. Okay, look at this. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm thanking the muses, the gods. I love this. So this might be a little tricky to do with, to adhere with this, but if you did want to do it, this is what you do, right? You're just gonna cut them really slim. Just be careful because it will get your scissors sticky once you do it more than a few times. So from one little square, I can cut 4. And then this will be this. Cool. So if you can go to San Francisco, go to San Francisco. It's a city. It feels like a city. Cool. I know I'm always talking smack about New York, just because it's tough out here, guys. It's tough. But visit. Although I will say, it costs $75 to get to the airport from anywhere, from Brooklyn. And then if it rains, forget about it. When we were about to leave, it was raining, and we looked for an Uber. It came out to $240. So we're like, What? Wait. So silly. Okay. I know, I heard the gasp. I'm not kidding. $240 for a 40-minute trip. At any rate, so you know, San Francisco is also really expensive, but the houses are beautiful. Okay, actually, I don't know how I had it before. I don't like it as much now. So, see, you can move it around. Okay, I like it more that way. If that doesn't stick, you can use our trusty old pal that I don't like to use all that much, the glue stick, right? Or whatever adhesive you use, because don't limit yourself just because I'm anti-glue. Wow. Okay, so check this out. I think this is a collage. Oh wait, let me see. So now that when I put it on the substrate, actually maybe I would put it on a bigger white piece of paper to have that white border that feels nice. I love this, but you know what? Look what we have space for. Maybe I want her to be shining some rays. I don't want her to be crying because there's enough of that going around. So how about we just, does that work? I don't know. It's too thick. Okay. So yes, a lot of scary things, but a lot of scary things are always happening. So please, just know you're not alone, and meet us in the safe space. Meet your friends in the safe space, because that's how we get through things. Oh, I love it. So what I can do actually is, look, I can nestle this. Nestling is a great technique, and it's really easy. Nestling just means create an opportunity to put something behind something, right? So look, I'm nestling this behind her eye. So then I can get all of the things that I like from this. Oh man, okay, I love it, you guys. Okay, thank you. I guess it does sound weird, but you know, you have to be thankful when things come out well, right? So thank yourself, thank the muses, the gods. I'm thankful I'm not sweating like a pig right now. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm concentrating, guys. Ah. Cool. Okay, I have a collage, my friends. Let's look at this. Why does this work? So when you finish your collage, take a look at it. Make space for everything to go to the side and just look at your collage and think, why does this work? Why doesn't it work? So I love this. I love this because, one, it has a lot of my favorite elements without being too repetitive, right? If you do the same thing over and over, it can feel repetitive, but I love a tear, and a tear doesn't seem all that repetitive right now. I leaned into what I love. Like I said, I effing love flowers. So I put the flowers. I love that there's a tennis shoe here, because you can tell someone took the picture like this. I do that all the time. And I like that I took inspiration from the Queen card by just putting these two things. And it's not even like, oh look, this is inspired by, but it's kind of a reference, right? Like I like, oh yeah. And I guess my favorite part would be the inspiration we took from the African design, right? And it's balanced by these rays. So this is my collage. You are more than welcome to become a member. It's a really exciting thing. Right now, it's only in the US just because it's so expensive to ship outside. It's a great party to have with yourself and in community. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you liked about these kits, if you're already using them. A lot of people share it on Instagram, and I have the best time looking at what we all do. So this is Luis Martin, the art engineer. I will see you on Instagram Live. I'll see you at Collage Dream. I'll see you at my website, luismartinart.com. And all right, I hope you're having fun and enjoying summer. Bye. All right, I'm gonna go back to sleep.